Human beings are inherently social creatures. Our evolutionary history has wired us to live in communities, form relationships, and depend on one another for survival and well-being. Yet, despite this intrinsic social nature, many people find themselves increasingly isolated. Whether it's due to the pressures of modern life, the rise of digital communication, or personal struggles, isolation has become a significant issue. In this article, we will explore why people isolate themselves, the impact of isolation, and most importantly, how to reconnect with others and establish meaningful connections. Understanding isolation. Why do we isolate ourselves? Fear of rejection. One of the most common reasons people isolate themselves is the fear of rejection. This fear can stem from past experiences, such as being bullied, ridiculed, or ostracized. These painful memories can make people hesitant to reach out to others, leading them to withdraw to avoid the possibility of being hurt again. They may believe that it's safer to be alone than to risk rejection. Social anxiety. Social anxiety is another key factor that drives isolation. Individuals who suffer from social anxiety often feel intense fear or discomfort in social situations. They may worry about being judged, embarrassed, or not knowing how to behave in a group setting. As a result, they avoid social interactions altogether, leading to a cycle of isolation that can be difficult to break. Depression and mental health issues. Depression and other mental health issues can cause people to retreat into isolation. When someone is depressed, they often lack the energy or motivation to engage with others. Feelings of worthlessness, hopelessness, and deep sadness can make socializing seem overwhelming. In many cases, the individual may not even recognize that they are withdrawing, as isolation becomes a coping mechanism to deal with their emotional pain. In today's digital age, many people rely heavily on technology for communication. While platforms like social media, messaging apps, and video calls make it easier to stay in touch with others, they can also contribute to isolation. Virtual interactions lack the depth and intimacy of face-to-face conversations. Additionally, the constant comparison to others' seemingly perfect lives online can lead to feelings of inadequacy, further driving individuals to isolate themselves. Major life changes, such as the loss of a loved one, divorce, or moving to a new city, can also lead to isolation. These events can disrupt an individual's social network and leave them feeling disconnected and alone. In some cases, trauma, such as abuse or a serious accident, can cause individuals to isolate themselves as a means of self-protection. They may struggle to trust others or feel unsafe in social environments. Cultural and societal pressures can also play a role in why people isolate themselves. In some cultures, there is a strong emphasis on individualism, which can lead to feelings of loneliness and disconnection. Additionally, societal expectations to be constantly busy, successful, or independent can make people feel like they don't have time or energy to invest in relationships, leading to social withdrawal. The impact of isolation. Isolation, while often a defense mechanism, can have profound negative effects on both mental and physical health. Prolonged isolation can lead to increased risk of mental health disorders. Chronic isolation is closely linked to the development of mental health disorders, such as depression, anxiety, and stress-related conditions. The lack of social support and interaction can exacerbate these conditions, creating a vicious cycle of isolation and worsening mental health. Physical health consequences. The effects of isolation aren't limited to mental health. They extend to physical health as well. Studies have shown that social isolation can increase the risk of various health issues, including heart disease, stroke, and a weakened immune system. The stress associated with loneliness can also lead to unhealthy behaviors, such as poor eating habits, lack of exercise, and substance abuse. Cognitive decline. Social interaction is essential for maintaining cognitive function. Isolation has been linked to cognitive decline and an increased risk of conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Engaging in conversations, participating in social activities, and staying mentally active are crucial for keeping the brain healthy and sharp. Shortened lifespan. The cumulative effects of isolation on mental and physical health can lead to a shortened lifespan. Research has shown that loneliness and social isolation are significant predictors of early mortality, comparable to other well-known risk factors like smoking and obesity. How to reconnect. Steps to overcome isolation. Recognizing the dangers of isolation is the first step toward reconnecting with others. While breaking the cycle of isolation can be challenging, it is possible with conscious effort and the right strategies. Here are some steps to help you reconnect. Acknowledge your feelings. The first step to overcoming isolation is acknowledging and accepting your feelings. It's important to recognize that feeling lonely or disconnected is a natural part of the human experience. Once you acknowledge these feelings, you can begin to take steps to address them. Start small. Reconnecting with others doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start small by reaching out to a close friend or family member. A simple phone call, text message, or coffee date can go a long way in rebuilding social connections. If face-to-face interactions feel too intimidating, consider starting with online communities or support groups where you can engage at your own pace. Practice self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when you're feeling isolated, but practicing self-compassion is crucial. Be kind to yourself and understand that it's okay to feel vulnerable. Instead of criticizing yourself for being isolated, focus on the small steps you're taking to reconnect. Self-compassion will help you stay motivated and resilient as you work to rebuild your social life. Engage in social activities. Participating in social activities is a great way to meet new people and strengthen existing relationships. Consider joining clubs, groups, or classes that align with your interests. Whether it's a book club, sports team, or volunteer organization, engaging in activities with like-minded individuals can help you feel more connected and less isolated. Limit digital communication. While technology can be a valuable tool for staying connected, it's important to limit your reliance on digital communication. Make an effort to prioritize face-to-face interactions whenever possible. Physical presence and nonverbal communication play a vital role in building and maintaining strong relationships. Seek professional help. If you're struggling with severe isolation, social anxiety, or depression, seeking professional help is essential. A therapist or counselor can provide you with the tools and support you need to address underlying issues and develop healthier social habits.